Welcome to my stables. I am the DMobo, and last session the party minus Kyrish defeated the dragon, but not without a great cost. We left off with Rhea and Amora bursting into Paler's church, Bert and Korric looking and bringing back Sage's necklace, and Kyrish in a corner of the inn having a mug of ale. Kyrish, you had left the scene after seeing Amora getting stabbed through and through. What have you been thinking about this whole time?
Kyrish was obviously... This caught him off guard. So... he's thinking, holy crap, I did this. This is my fault. How am I going to come back from this? He's very withdrawn into himself right now. He's very much deep in thought. He's trying to put together what his next move's going to be.
As you come into the inn, the bartender will look up, and he has seen all kinds of faces. He has seen those in mourning, those angry about the day, but he knows a face that doesn't really want to be disturbed. So all he does, silently, is bring you a pitcher of ale in a mug and leaves you be.
Without even looking up, because Kyrish is... he's probably intently staring at like a spot on the bar. Just as you do when you're contemplating things. He's just gonna raise his glass just a little bit, as in to say, you know, thank you, without even really acknowledging he's there.
The bartender will nod and go about doing his duties. Obviously not in your area to give you your space. We will say 10 minutes go by, and a soaking wet Mara and Bob come in. And you do not see this, but Bob will start to come straight for you, but Mara puts a hand on his shoulder, shakes her head, and directs him to another table. The bartender you will see him leave behind the bar, and after a few moments, he will disappear to the back room. And of course, Bob is older, so he is going to call across the room. So why aren't you fighting with the rest of them? And Mara will be like, Bob, leave him be.
Upon hearing this, Kyrish is going to cock his head towards Mara's voice and kind of glance over. What are you doing here?
Well, your unconscious friend was starting to stir, so I thought it would be a good idea to have him here when he does wake up, so he's at least by familiar faces. And then I got a letter from Keith saying that, you guys were about ready to head out, and I thought it would be a perfect time to bring him. And, he's in one of the rooms, actually, and, right before I left, Bob came running through the door, saying that Amora hadn't come for her visit, so we came here, and, we came to the inn, and the barkeep said that you had gone off because of the war horns going on. So we asked where you guys were, and
You got pointed to me. Yes.
well, in general, the group. After a while, there wasn't a whole lot we could do. I'm too old to be fighting dragons. These old bones don't do with the cold well either.
He's gonna glance over to Bob. Yes, I suppose not. Look, if you're looking for the others, they're not with me. But they'll likely be back.
Oh, we know. We had saw you leave earlier. But some of us, looking directly at Bob, don't know when to, keep quiet.
Oh no, it's quite alright.
If you wanna talk about it, I'd be more than happy to listen. That's only if you want to, though. No pushing here.
What's there to say? We're stuck in a shit situation.
Well, why are you the only one here? Why aren't you fighting with the rest of them trying to get more from that dragon?
Because I couldn't stomach the thought that I was the one that put her in that situation, old man.
Mara looks between you and Bob. What happened?
Oh, the usual. We got amnesia, and some random person starts guiding us around the countryside, you know? Of course, we're not going to have questions about that or anything. No. No, we're not allowed to have questions about that.
So what you're saying is you and your friends got into a lovers' quarrel about Amora traveling with you.
Not that simple, old man. I wish it was. Unfortunately, I'm not sure. Not sure what to think of all this. We fell from the sky. For God's sake. We fell from the damn sky. And everyone is just supposed to be okay with just following the first person who says that they saved us. And I'm the bad person for questioning it? I'm not sure that's in my He just gets flustered at this point. He just stops.
Mara puts a hand under her chin. Honestly, that would pretty much make you the smartest person. I can't say I've been in your shoes, but you know, there's just... It does seem very circumstantial, yes. But I mean, do you feel this way about, like Keith or anyone else?
I haven't had time enough to trust anyone that I've come across yet. Let alone to just follow them blindly into my death. What could be? And these other fools, no matter how pasts may be linked, but does it really make sense to just go about the same path all over again?
Well, I mean, you don't have to follow the exact path, but maybe given enough time, you can learn what you did wrong and basically do something different for a different outcome.
And I've considered that, yes. I have. I suppose I just don't know enough about my past yet. Like I've told the others, perhaps I have a reason to have been with them, to have done the things that I've done.
Well, you had said it was your fault for getting Amora in her position. Did you... What happened to make you think that?
Well, as I mentioned, I suppose it turned into an argument eventually, but yes, mentioning the things that I just mentioned to you, the entire group is just following her blindly into gods know what.
And how did Amora respond?
Well, obviously, by leaving and then getting herself apparently captured, but, well.
Wait, how did she leave? Did she, like, storm off, or was it just I'm done with this conversation?
Oh, no, she was quite upset.
Hmm.
It's just quite odd, because really, this shouldn't concern her a whole lot. Perhaps as a pride thing? I don't know.
Well, I've known Amora for a while. She only really gets upset when her past gets, brought up. That or when she's in near danger.
I mean, honestly, what am I supposed to do about it?
Mara will nervously look between you and Bob. maybe Amora is not saying the whole truth. Maybe.
Which is exactly my concern. And no one seems to be taking it seriously.
If you remember, before you had left the battle area, you remember Amora saying that she was sorry for not telling you everything. Are you going to keep that tidbit to yourself? Or are you going to share that?
About...
Amora's saying she wasn't saying everything. Basically enforcing Mara's point.
Yes, I suppose she did mention something about not telling the entire truth, but I mean, I had suspected that from the very beginning, really.
Mm-hmm. Mora's always been truthful.
Well, she admitted it herself.
Mm-hmm. She must have a good reason for hiding it.
Perhaps not.
You know, during one of her visits, she did tell me that, that little red-headed fella and, that bushy-haired girl, they kind of went snooping around.
I mean, that's a good enough reason for her to be upset at them. She wouldn't have even known about it had it not been for me.
Well, she really hasn't been home since, so maybe he didn't have a chance to lock the doors. Maybe I'll have to do a little peeking myself and see if I can find anything.
Do as you will. Not my problem.
Oh, I mean, it might be a little bit if it's, causing tension and whatnot. Not that everyone has to, hold hands and gather around a fire, but, maybe it might help clear things up a bit. And, maybe have you guys, well, have the others kind of see your view. Maybe.
Perhaps. Like I said, do as you will. I just, like, I feel bad that she's in the situation that she is in. But at the same time, I just don't understand why they're all so willing to lay their lives down to follow this woman across the countryside. Well, follow her, be followed by her, either way.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, she's enjoyed her time with you all. Honestly, I think she's lonely. There's not really a lot of people with a fighting spirit much, So, there's that.
Yes, but did you know that she slew a dragon? That she calls herself a knight?
Yeah, she was knighted in Misa.
In Misa? Why does that name keep coming up? She never mentioned that she was knighted in Misa. Just got upset that she didn't really say how she was knighted, and well, I called her on that, and then she was upset.
Oh yeah, that's a little touchy subject for her. Not that you would know, but she honestly, that's on her. She knows that you're having brain problems, so she needs to control her temper. No, Misa is... It's a big news area. A lot of bad things have happened there, and the more it came from Misa, knighted from Misa. I know she'd disappear for a week or so at a time, and then come home. It was really weird.
Was anything different about her?
Well, there's a difference of going on a mission and then she would leave at like the dead of night. And I know a couple of the youngins, they had seen her wearing some weird clothes. Really weird.
He narrows his eyes, looking at Bob. Weird how?
No, they said that it was basically an anti-Amora. Like, instead of having white wings, they were black, and she had black armor and some weird helmet thing going on. I don't know, I just thought they were just playing make-believe. Something in the back of your mind, this strikes you very familiar. From a very long time ago. You've heard this description before, you've seen this description before. But you can't exactly place it. He shrugs. I don't know, I asked her about it and she said they must have been imagining things, so... I mean, you know young ones these days, they make up anything to stir up trouble in a small, quiet town.
I suppose. Perhaps I'll ask her about it at some point if she survives. Doubtful. Oh well.
I don't know. I mean, she was looking kinda rough. If anyone's gonna be looking rough, it's gonna be Keith. That or Bert. Did you see the look that frog gave them? I'm scared just thinking about it.
I mean, honestly, you should have seen Goombert after he got run over by Rhea.
Honestly, I think I'd be run over by her than get a look from that frog. Yeah, Mar didn't drag me away. That guy would have had a stick of wood up his ass, but Mar dragged me away.
You may want to reconsider the words about rather be run over by Rhea. You'll be turned into jam. It really is that bad.
I mean, I can only imagine, but that may do you harm, but I think that frog's about ready to kill one of those two. You're telling me. Honestly, I think Bert's gonna get it the worst. Yeah, I don't think the church is gonna be too happy with him. No, I don't think so. What happened was, so Keith is in trouble because he used a lightning spell on the dragon, which is great, but it got too close to the chains, and he may or may not have, electrocuted Amora. So, he did that, and then Bert, I don't know what it was he had in there, but it smelled foul. Like, the sewers smell better than what he threw, and it exploded, and she got burned and cut with glass, and Riku did not look happy, like, at all.
Oh, no, it's alright. It was just a container full of his shit.
A look of complete disgust and revulsion will cover their faces. Oh god, that's...
Yes, the implications are exactly as it sounds.
And did he know that the bottle was full of that?
Oh, yes, he put it in there.
Bob and Mara will look at each other. Oh, the church is not gonna like this. No. That's not good.
What?
He threw the bottle, knowing Amora was still chained to the dragon. He threw it, and we just saw her get hit with glass and got hit with the flames.
That moron.
I mean, I saw that frog girl falling out from the sky, and he actually moved out of the way to do something else. Yeah, the church is not gonna like this at all. Oh, whatever deity he worships, he's not gonna like that either. Oh, this is not gonna go over well.
No, I can imagine it won't. Grand. I suppose I should go and find them then.
You remember from your conversation at the crossroads that Bert doesn't follow a deity. But...
Oh, that's right, he doesn't.
He does not follow a deity. Farlin has blessed him with clerical powers only because he does do good through his own moral compass. He is basically a true follower of Farlon, but worships no god. At this point, Mara and Bob are... They're not really whispering, but they are conversing back and forth on what the implications of Bert's actions are going to be and what his punishment might be.
So they're worried about him throwing basically a container of his excrement at the church.
No, they are worried that the fact that he willingly put two people in danger. Knowingly put two people in danger. And that is what they are discussing. Because Bob is a follower of Paylor, Riku is a follower at Paylor. Rhea has taken Amora to Paylor's church for healing.
My oh my, who isn't a follower of Paylor?
Everybody else.
No kidding.
The bartender will look at your pitcher. Is it need of refilling, or is it still good?
No, he probably actually hasn't even taken a drink.
Oh, okay. You will notice this. Do you want something different? I can get you something different.
Turning to the barkeep, as though, like, he just realized he was there. Oh, no. I think I'm going to be leaving.
Alright, my man.
And he's going to get up and begin going where he last knew that they were.
As you head out towards the city, you hear people start to exclaim, and you hear the clip-clopping of hooves on pavement, and you can see Rhea running as fast as she can, and there is Amora upon her back. However, as they get closer, you can see that, almost like war paint, Rhea's centaur, the bottom half, is the light gray, but there is red staining the sides of her legs, and Amora's, when you left, she was her normal color, but now it is almost gray. And everything is hanging limp. If it wasn't for Rhea's height, Amora's wings would have been dragging on the ground. As they rush by, Rhea has to slow down for the crowd that is starting to form. You can see that Amora's right wrist and ankle, there are perfect chain links around them. And as you follow them, you can see that there is no clothing in the back, but her back is slightly pink, and that there is the large gash in the back, and that the war paint continues in a perfect semicircle around Rhea's back, around her midsection. And as they slow down for the mob to disperse, Amora starts to turn around. She opens her eyes and sees you. And she slowly raises her arm out towards you before she slumps over into Rhea's back. Do you wait amongst the mob, or are you going to follow them?
He's gonna follow them.
We are at Paylor's church, where there is a large crowd gathering in front of its doors. There's a small crowd inside as the evacuation is over and people were filtering out before Rhea had stormed her way through, carrying a near lifeless Amora upon her back. When entering the church, the clergymen look at Rhea and see that she is covered in blood. She is breathing heavily. There is a nice, almost like war paint in the front of her. It starts where Amora is sitting and going down her forelegs. The people in the back would see the wound from Amora's back that is doing the same pattern. The head priest will come up to Rhea, and along with a few of the others, they will gently pull Amora from Rhea's back.
Please, save her.
They will gently lay her down on the ground. A few of the priests will run off towards a back room, and the head priest will look at Rhea. What kind of injuries are we dealing with, other than an obvious stab wound?
Like, not from fire, well, probably a bit from fire as well. Like, scalds, hot water burns, that kind of thing. Probably a bit of potential infection in the wounds as well from mud, and I really hope that some of that didn't get into there, but we've tried our best to get some healing on her at the point, but we did what we could while we were there.
He will examine the front, and then he will slowly push her on her side. You will see that her back is a light pink, typical of a burn, and that some of her feathers are singed. There's a couple patches that have completely fallen off, and the bleeding isn't as bad on the back. You're thinking maybe the scalding water may have cauterized the wound just enough not to cause a complete bleed out. He will examine her wrists and ankles, and he will point to those.
They were shackled up with chains, quite literally bound to the beast.
He'll look at them further. I would think that these would be almost impressions, but this is also burn tissue.
It said when the beast itself unleashed a torrent of water and one of our allies accidentally unleashed a spell that's caused a bit extra burning, it must have heated the metal. At least that's what I'm assuming. I'm not a medical person.
He will hold the wrist. He'll roll her on her side and hold a wrist closer. No, these are different burn marks. And he'll lightly touch them. Was she hit by lightning?
One of our allies, as I said, tried to do a spell to help down the beast, but didn't take into account that it would conduct through the chains towards her as well. And you know how fast spells can go off. None of us had the chance to stop him before it happened.
No, that's fair. Okay. And At this point, a few of the priests will have come back. One of them's carrying a bowl with some towels, another one is carrying a small bag. They will lay the equipment down and they will roll her on her side and they will kind of start to look a little bit shinier under the light. And you notice when they touch her that where their hands have been, the pink burns on her back are a lot shinier. And they will take a towel and they will wrap it around her bust and her hips. And as they are doing this, Rhea, make a spot check for me.
Alrighty. $26.
Jesus, I shouldn't be surprised.
As you look, you can kind of see that the burns are... the tissue is starting to smooth over and its shades have lightened up a little bit. There's a certain onlooker in the church. Does that onlooker make himself known?
Kyrish is probably not going to make himself immediately known. Like, he's probably got a few tears in his eyes, just looking at what he could have possibly helped prevent.
Okay. They have... Rhea, you would see that they are attending to the wound in her back. And... roll me a fortitude save.
That's a 12.
Even though you are accustomed to battle, even though you have made an accordion out of a snady, you have made burnt butter.
Cities.
And rack dust.
Indeed.
Seeing the frogs being able to put their hands in the wound, it turns your stomach a little.
Oh!
Apparently everybody else is as well.
Not Bert's. Bert's got an iron gut.
And you kind of a little bit.
Give me a second, just move the mask just out the way so I'm not vomiting in it.
But as you kind of a little bit, they are slowly... There's a faint glow, various shades of pinks and greens and blues. And there is the soft white from the head priest. And it looks weird because it looks like Amora had eaten something bioluminescent. And as they are healing her, they are slowly removing their hands, and the wounds have... She is no longer bleeding out, but there are still red, angry scars on the front and back. They lay her on her back, and there is another cleric with a book, flipping through pages, and they're kind of, you don't understand what they're saying, but it's a lot of and they start messing with her wings to see if there's a reaction. And Amora will raise a hand up to you.
He'll approach and just lower herself down enough so it's not so much of a strain on Emor, and just kind of clasp her hands in her own. I'm here.
She's not as cold. She's still pretty cold. And her grip is very weak. She opens her eyes and she'll take a shaky breath. And she will kind of lull her head to the head priest. And he will stop what he's doing, letting the others do the rest of the healing as the big problem is resolved. He will come closer to her head. Father, if I don't survive, and she will raise her hand and he'll take the other one. She'll look at Rhea. The Averio must live on. We can't be extinct. We can't go extinct. We need to live. If things don't go well, you can use your odd magics. Make her one. The Averio have too. And her grip will go limp. And her eyes will shut. She is still alive, though. Barely. And the priest will just look at you like, what the fuck?
She'll just have a look of confusion before it's quickly drowned out with sadness again. And just look to him. She's going to make it, isn't she? She's going to be fine.
Well, we've stopped the bleeding. We've basically reattached everything from the inside out. Honestly, it's just treating the rest of the burns. The rest is up to her.
Her gaze will just switch from him back to Imora. Have strength. Don't lose this fight. We need you. I need you. Please.
The other clerics will speak in the same croaks and ribbits. The head priest will nod. Well, they've done everything they can. The good news is None of her bones seem to be broken, which is astounding. She's lost a few feathers, but they'll grow back, I'm sure. But the wing structure and the cartilage of the wings, they're fine, they're uninjured, so we have that going for us. The wing membrane is just fine, so we're just going to keep her here under surveillance.
Okay.
Obviously, you and the rest of Gondra can come visit, but outside of that, it'll be us and probably some of the protectors.
Sure, just give us a little nod.
And the frog people will gently lift Amora to where none of her is touching the ground, but she's also not being manhandled. And they will carry her off into a back room.
Just as she is watching her being carried off, like to any observers, it'll look like she's just mouthing something to herself, but no words come out, as if she finds it hard to even get the words out.
Okay. Mysterious onlooker in the church. Well, Kyrish. Do you wish to do anything?
I assume Kyrish is just at the entrance of the church. Like, yeah. That's where you put me.
I would say that you were smart enough to pull your head up. Your hood. Pull your hood up. And kind of go in through the crowd. So you can see what was going on, but you wouldn't be able to hear what was going on.
Like they wouldn't be able to notice me. He's... How do I put this? Like, you know when someone's so upset, they're just like frozen in shock. It's sort of happening all over again, like it did with the dragon.
Okay.
And he just can't take his eyes off her because, well, he feels he did this.
We will switch scenes to what is a premiere for this character, but widely known to our party members and widely loved by the people of this town. We zoom out of the church with Rhea and Kyrish just kind of standing there. In the distance, there is Bert, Korric, Solus, Riku, Keith, who is carrying Sage, slowly making their way back. We zoom in on the inn, where someone awakens.
Dun, dun, dun.
Upon opening my eyes, I look around, wondering where the hell I am.
You are in a decently sized room with a very nice bed. Beside it is a nightstand with a small flower and a note beside it. On a desk, there is what seems to be your clothes and your other gear that you have carried with you.
I reach for the note first, pick it up, and read it.
It says, "Eat this. You will at least remember your name." A little squiggle, Amora.
Speaking to myself, eat this? The note? Or am I supposed to eat the flower? I guess I'll eat both. And I proceed to eat both the note and the flower.
Oh my God.
Well, that's
It
fair.
wasn't very descriptive. Eat this flower. It could have said that, but nope. At least you didn't roll it up and smoke it.
You eat the paper, and you don't remember anything. You're just very more confused. So you eat the flower, and
There you go. No, not yet.
there is a small spark in your brain.
Yeah, it is.
Congratulations,
I'm not worried
Mr.
about, like,
MANNWULF.
being annoyed.
You have remembered your character's
I
name.
just thought they might be lying. Yeah.
With the sudden revelation of my name, I go, oh, I'm
Good
Peat.
wait, though.
I then walk over to the table and start dressing.
You were Peat.
After you get dressed,
But
you can see through the window that there is frogs kind of hopping
oh,
by the window, and they all seem to be going one certain direction.
I feel like I just like way too far along. I don't know. I have no idea.
I walk out the door and try to follow those frogs because I'm curious. I've never seen such big frogs.
As
Oh
you
my God.
walk out of the room and enter we'll say the dining area of the tavern,
Hey.
you are greeted with a chorus of voices. "Hey, my man P, it's about time you finally woke up." "Oh my God, it's their unconscious friend, Bob, Bob, Bob," and she is like frantically like open hand quickly patting this older gentleman's arm. "What? It's about time he woke up. My God, it's been quite a while, hasn't it?"
I'm sorry, do I know all of you?
Mara will stand up. This is a slightly overset woman, but she has a long brown hair in a bun, and there next to her is an elderly gentleman in white robes, and the bartender's in just normal clothing. She will get up and she goes, "I'm Mara. You were under my care for a while because you had been in a coma. Apparently, the amnesia spell you were hit with affected you the worst for whatever odd reason. So instead of risking you in danger with carrying you all around, they left me in your care. You had started to stir, and Keith wrote to me that the rest of your friends were still here, so we brought you here." The older gentleman will now speak. He kind of gently pushes Mara aside and just kind of has a hand of like, calm down. "Yes, I'm pretty sure your friends are going to tell you this, but we'll just say that, you were kind of brought over the town of Mir, and he dropped you from his dragon, and long story short, I saved you and Namora waited until you all woke up.
That's a lot. Dragon, amnesia. I don't remember any of this.
Oh, it's okay. They didn't remember anything either.
Well, I guess I don't feel too bad about not being the only one that doesn't remember. Who are these friends of mine?
The bartender kind of walks out of the counter. Man, you guys really don't know nothing, man. You must have had one hell of a drinking night. Well,
up until a few minutes ago, I couldn't even remember my name.
I mean, you're pretty famous around here. You basically robbed the Dawn and you didn't even cheat. No one wins from the Dawn, let alone have a winning streak. Basically, you're from Gondra, the Party of Heroes. You were here about a year ago to relax and have a good time before you had gone off to Misa and to destroy him.
I see. None of that rings any sorts of bells. So I will take you at your word.
As you say this, there's something in the back of your mind when you hear the word Misa. Do me a favor and roll me a will save.
10.
Something in you don't know why, but hearing Misa, your eyes well up with tears, and it feels like somebody has stabbed you through the heart, like your heart has just broken in two.
Getting this sudden sensation, I hold up my hand. Give me a minute. I need to sit down. And I sit at the nearest table.
Mara will approach. Are you okay? Is something wrong? Is it...
A reaction to the name Misa. I don't know the person that name is attached to, but it created feelings within me. Sadness. I don't understand.
Mara will look at Bob. You know? They're not... Maybe it's those feelings that everyone else has had. That could be it. Maybe it's like your brain's trying to get you to remember something. That... A lot of the others had that reaction. I do remember that.
I see. Is there more you could tell me? Maybe that would trigger some other memories, other sensations.
Well, Misa is one of the largest territories in the area. Oh my, what should we say? Bob goes, oh, I don't know. What about their names? You nitwit? Oh, yeah.
Yes, the names of my friends would help.
Oh, right, there's Bert, and there's Korric, and his wolf, Solus? Yes, Solus. And, there's Kyrish, yes, and, oh, and Sage, how can I forget Sage, and her raven, darling, and, oh, and with Kyrish, she has that little snake. What's its name? It's a Lox! Man, you have the memory of a fish! And, of course, we can't forget about Rhea. And upon hearing this, there's just... It's basically our tornado of emotion. There's relief and sadness and pride. If there's an emotion, it's kind of just roiling within you.
Feeling so overwhelmed, I rest my head on the table. What is all this? I don't. These names, these feelings.
Oh, I think I overdone it. Oh, that's not good. Oh my. Basically, it's one of those you should know this, but you don't. So your brain's kind of fighting itself. That's kind of what's going on here.
After a bit, I raise my head and I look over at the old man. You said your name was Bo?
Bob.
Do you know where I could find my friends? I would like to reunite with them, maybe try and remember their faces.
Well, basically, they're all at the church, so, we'll just take you there. It'll be a lot easier.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And they will leave out of the door, and I mean, you really didn't need them to lead you to the church, because there's still a whole bunch of different frogs kind of hopping their way over. And as you do, Bert, you happen to see amongst the back of the frogs, you happen to see Bob and Mora, and shortly behind them there is a tall, dark-skinned, dark-haired man following them. You realize this is Peat.
Oh, my drunk ass thinks I'm hallucinating. Is that Pete? Nah, I'm fucking drunk. Can't be Pete. Wait a minute. Guys, I think that's Pete. I'll put a hand over one eye just to clear up my double vision and be like, yep, that's there's Pete.
Are you really sure about that?
With that, I just look at him and take off running. Pete!
On hearing my name, I stop and look towards the voice.
You would see Bert drunkenly running at you, which is somewhat comical. Bert is a robed dwarf with long, red, bearded hair. Then there is a small, red-headed man atop a brown wolf. The wolf, they both watch Bert with a very confused look, see you, and they start trotting. Riku will look up. Well, you don't know who Riku is. A purple frog. A purple frog will look up, and she will come hopping very quickly towards you. And an orange reptilian man carrying a bushy-haired girl on his back will hasten his pace, but doesn't run due to having an extra load. Oh my god, it is Pete! Oh my god, Paylor! You are an amazing god! And she is going to actually outpace Bert, which is not that hard to do, but...
Do I need to make a dex save to see if I don't fall down?
I would say that... you know what, just for shits and giggles, go for it.
Well, I rolled a 5. God, I hope I don't spill my beer. Or my ale.
Well, you try to keep up with Riku, and it just doesn't work. So, you end up tripping over some stone. You fall a little bit, but you were too excited. That doesn't bother you, so a little muddied, a lot more wet. You still make your way. Riku will see this, and she kind of slows down a bit. Peat, it's us! It's Bert, and Korric, and Solus, and me! Oh my god, you're awake! Oh my god!
Okay, I start looking around faces, and can you tell me your names individually so that I can know which name belongs to which face?
Well, I'm Riku, and it's the purple frog that speaks.
Riku.
Hey, Pete, my boys. It's Bert, you know. Bert. Remember.
Bert. I think I'll remember you easiest of all.
Oh, you have no idea. We're gonna have some more good times.
The orange reptilian will finally catch up to everybody. He's a little out of breath.
I'm Keith. I've recently joined your friends. This young lady on my back here is Sage. She had an incident. She's okay, but she's kind of sleeping right now.
I see. Shall we go to the end and you can fill me in on what's going on?
While everybody's here, Bert's gonna look at everybody blurry-eyed, with one eye closed, just so he can see their faces and make sure they're paying attention. And he's gonna stay. When we go to the end, we tell him all this stuff, and believe you me, there's a lot to tell him. Nobody mention Turkey Feather's name.
I'm sorry, turkey feathers?
Like I said, Pete, there's a lot you don't know, and you got a lots to learn.
The most genuine reaction.
Turkey feathers, you'll see turkey feathers and bum rum. By God, bum rum and turkey
Bum rum.
feathers. Indeed,
Should I
it's
be
my
afraid?
very. It's very highly explosive.
Okay,
It's an alchemist's dream, though. Oh boy, you'll learn all about it. Come on, let's go have some more drinks.
I think you've had enough, friend.
Oh, I have a feeling you're gonna
maybe
want twice as
some
much as what
water.
I've had. I have a feeling you're gonna want twice as much as what I've had. Once you learn all this, your mind's gonna be blown.
My mind is in a pretty fragile state already. So much going on.
Shouldn't we go to
Yes, let's
the
go.
church? No, we need to go to the church to make sure Amora's okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. Oh, wait a minute. No, I can't. You guys gotta let me go in there first and by myself for like 5 minutes, please.
What do you mean?
I got some. I got to talk to the priests and more. I have to go. I did something really, really stupid with Bum Rum earlier, and I think I might have hurt her.
Yeah, you really did. You're still not off the hook with me yet, but we'll deal with that when it comes there. I'm going to the church.
She's alive. Well, let's go. And I take off in the direction of the church.
She was gushing blood off of the back of Rhea. How can you tell that's alive?
She didn't come back as a horse. Because of a sneeze. And with that, I just walk on.
And I stand there utterly confused.
Okay, I don't know about the horse and the sneeze thing, but, you know what? Paler, grant me patience, grant me strength, so that way I can try and not slap this stupid man. Dwarf, whatever. And she is going to...
Is she doing that verbally, like out loud?
Yeah, she's not being quiet. She's just like...
So I can hear her as I'm walking away?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going to turn my head over my shoulder, show her the look of sorrow in my eyes, say, I don't think you could slap me hard enough to hurt me more than I've hurt myself and my friends. And I trudge towards the church.
She's going to mutter under her breath. Pete, everyone except for Bert would be able to hear this. Because you've already gotten a head start. Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you threw the goddamn flask of flaming shit. But no. And it's gonna, after that you can just hear, and she will follow Bert. Korric and Solus finally, they're standing next to you. The red-headed man goes, yeah, I'm Korric. This is Solus, my wolf brother. Yeah, a lot of shit's been going down. But hey, I did a whole bunch of cool stuff, though. You'd be proud of me.
Alright, I guess we should be heading to the church, then.
I did a bunch of whole cool stuff. Like what? Well, I think her name was Sandra, Denise, Melissa.
Monica on my side.
Oh my god. You find, after going through the crowd of people, it's a lot easier than you think because, oh shit, the rest of Gondra's here. Get the fuck out the way, people. They will kind of part their way for you, and you can get into the inn, or goddammit, the church. And there is a lot more people inside. There is a taller figure than everybody else with a black hood, and there is Rhea kind of just kneeling down on the ground, watching as the frogs have gone and closed a door to the back. Who's going to do what?
I need to, like I said, I'm going to go in first. I'm trying to get a head start away from everybody so I can have at least a couple minutes, if not a minute of peace and quiet with the priests to find out how bad all things are. Then I am going to kneel down next to Amora's body and start to pray.
Amora's body
I'm not praying for...
Amora's not in the room anymore.
Oh, well, where is she? I need to see her.
Do you ask this out loud?
Yes. Where's Amora? Where's our companion?
We've taken her into the back to get seen to. Most of the injuries have been healed up, but There's still a lot of the burns to go.
But
When
I
I
am going
enter
to
the
take
church-
this man right there. I'm just going to go ahead and continue to kneel down at the altar and pray.
When I enter the church, I look around and move off to the side where I'm out of the way.
Okay. Rhea, as there is a newcomer, when you're looking at, you had your back to Bert, and you get up and you start to turn. And there is this tall, dark man walking past you, kind of not trying to make eye contact, but trying to be respectful of the situation and kind of make himself small. Kyrish, you would be able to see this man as well, but from a different angle. And you both get a sense of relief. Peat has finally awoken. Rhea, even though you are currently in distress, there is a small flame in your heart, and it just ignites. And
Could be looking to the ground, just sad. As soon as he passes, he's just gonna... Wait. You.
Yes.
She's just gonna turn to look at him. And it is one of those things where she doesn't say a word, but you can just see it on her expressions. It goes from just one of pure despair to the kindling of hope. And she just... How best to do this? Screw it. With your permission, Chocobo, I'm going to initiate... I'm going to initiate a grapple. You just pull him into a massive hug.
okay, all right. It is an opposing grapple, or no, it's a reflex to get out of, to dodge the grapple. So, Pete, you'll
17.
Oh, does that beat the grapple?
32.
Oh,
Jesus.
Rhea? Jesus. Yeah, no, there's no way.
Pete, you turn around at this. You turn around and you see this whitish gray bodied centaur with an elf for the upper half with lime green hair. Rhea, did you have your mask off for this?
He took her mask off when she got into there so she could speak with him more, and she's not had to put it back on yet, so...
Okay. You see... Oh, sorry.
So... She's got two different coloured eyes, one blue, one green. And on the lower right side of her face, around where her mouth is, going down to her chin and lower jaw, is blue and scarred. But she has just pulled you into the biggest bear hug. It's just... You're finally awake? Oh, Peach, you're finally awake!
Being unable to dodge and being pulled into a bear hug, I'm out of breath and going, yeah, I need to breathe.
Right. Sorry. She'll let him go.
I start coughing as I'm let go and
Oh, I better hook him
look
so
up.
someone can make
You
him check.
are...
She just gets a blank face and then just a moment of realization. It's like, well, so that's what that feels like. It's weird being on the other end of that. I'm Rhea.
Rhea, okay. There's so much going on.
Did you eat the flower?
Yes.
Okay, so we don't need to tell you that you're Pete.
Yes. I do not mention that I ate both the flower and the note.
Oh, word of advice, don't eat the notes. We had to write it in something called arsenic.
Oh god, that's terrible.
I see. I'm just gonna go sit against the wall there and try and catch my breath.
Pete,
I mean,
want a
look,
drink?
on the plus side, if I broke a rib, you're in the right place for it.
Good point. Oh.
So I walk over to the wall, lean against it, and just try and observe and recover.
And I had to get my hugging out some way. Sage won't let me.
Everyone is in the church. Bert is praying at the altar. Kyrish, are you doing anything yet?
Having watched the events, while he is surprised to see that Pete is awake, and somewhere deep down, he is glad. Although his outward expression probably doesn't show it, but he's probably sat down in one of the pews at this point. I'm assuming this is like a normal Catholic church almost.
Yeah,
like
pretty
has
much.
Pews. Okay.
Yeah.
I say Catholic, but I think most churches in general have that kind of shit. And he is just listening and keeping an eye out on everything that happens.
Okay. The head priest will come out of the door they took Amora in. Oh, so the rest of you have shown up. She is stable. Still, it's honestly 50-50, but we have her under constant monitoring.
Gods, please be okay.
Bert is going to stand up and look at the priest and ask, I know this is a really should be an obvious question with an obvious answer. Is this place warded against with protection from evil spells?
He will raise an eyebrow.
I simply ask because we've dealt with some evil entities that have been trying to and succeeding to infiltrate our friends' minds and how they say possess them. And so if it wasn't for some reason warded with those spells, I would like to be able to cast a spell around her to keep her safe while she heals.
There's no need for that.
Thank you, Father. I appreciate the reassurance that my friend's going to be protected and cared for by the best possible hands.
Not only is she going to be watched by some of the best healers, but also by the strongest protectors. So, magically and physically, she will be safe.
Okay.
Man, you could have looked at her and been like, "You look pretty."
Riku is going to hop up
I told her to just look good on her earlier.
and
Yeah, she said nothing. Like, she's finally.
she's going to look at you. Don't you have something to say?
Right?
Hmm?
See what I mean?
What is it you want me to say? That I burned my friend? That I hurt one of my allies?
If it was on accident, I'd be able to let it go. But you knowingly threw your bum rum, knowing she couldn't do anything.
If it was me, this is my logic for the whole thing as it happened. If it was me, I would want you to kill both those sons of bitches, regardless of my safety. I am but one person, and those creatures can kill thousands. Who am I to be more important than everybody else's life?
I'm not saying that your life is not important, but you
And I'm not saying
turned
that
into a
hers
dragon.
wasn't. And I'm not saying that hers wasn't. I wasn't. It was heat of the battle. It was a miscalculation on my part that I am now going to carry with me for the rest of my life. As something that I've done that was less than good.
That's enough now. Do not place the blame on him. At least he was trying to help. Which is more than I can say for myself.
Yeah, there's someone else that's at fault here. You. Points. Then moves the hand just over the carriage's shoulder to Keith. No.
I love you.
I just need to get the joke out. No, Rhea's just kind of shaking while all this argument's going on around her. Let's not focus on whose fault it is right now. Our thought should be with her, not with who put her there.
Kyrish is the only one to actually get up out of the pew. So, he's just still sitting there.
Is there any way for you to send someone to us at the earliest notice of her getting any improvement?
You can come by anytime.
Well, I was just kind of thinking that I'd like to go back out in the swamp and find some sons of bitches that hurt my friend.
We kinda already did that.
Well, yeah, but we still, those are minions of someone. There's got to be a clue out there somewhere about something.
I mean,
And I
honestly,
also
me
said that I
personally,
would get somebody a ring. I would try and find a ring for another person of the church. Is anybody else not just angry and want to go kill things?
Yes, but what has it gotten us so far?
At this point, I don't even know that I'm worried about what it's gotten us this far. It's about what I'm gonna go get.
I assume you lot will be hailed as heroes for slaying yet another dragon?
Were we not heroes already?
I mean, depends on what frogs you talk to.
So you did
Exactly. I'm pretty sure it's dead. Yeah,
It's dead.
Oh no, the dragon's dead.
in pieces.
Not in
Troll,
pieces.
however.
The things that I was sent out there to look
Wonderful.
for.
So
I
what you're
didn't
saying
find.
is you're psychopathic murderers.
Oh shit.
Sure, I guess. I mean,
If
defense. It was
killing
just
evil
defense.
creatures is murder, I mean, then call me a murderer. I'm going to rid the world of the evil spawn that are in that damn swamp.
So, since Sage is possessed, shouldn't we kill her as well? Perhaps dismember her corpse?
So, are you saying that Sage is always evil?
I still don't get that, to be fair. It doesn't make sense. He can possess the dead and he can possess
The living.
reptiles. And as far as I know, Sage is neither.
Look, my point is you killed an innocent creature because of someone else's influence.
I call that survival.
I
You
call
call
that
it survival, I call it the relinquishing of an innocent life.
mercy.
That
Or
is
self-defense. I mean, it was trying to kill us.
whether or not I had reasons
did
before
have-
to kill this, as you say, turkey feathers, I now have a reason to keep you from killing any more innocent creatures controlled by him.
Kyrish,
Tell you
you
what,
had no choice in this.
the next time we go in the swamp, I'll let you go ahead and talk to whatever's about to kill you, and you can ask him, are you possessed?
Believe me, I'm well aware Amora's condition is appalling, and I am sorry, and I cannot apologize more profusely to her.
Now, had I been more prepared in that swamp, I might have been able to stop that dragon from being possessed. I might have been able to free its mind.
Did you try knocking it out? Immobilizing it? God, this situation just wasn't good.
No, I'm not going to say it was. And I got a lot more bad news to tell you guys.
I don't want to say that Amora's life was more important, but
It was a lose-lose situation, Kyrish.
We were
weren't
stuck in an
getting out of-
impossible situation.
We
It's
weren't
just how
getting
it
out
went
of
down.
that either way.
I'm coming to that realization.
I mean, would I have shot through Amora's head to take out Turkey Feather's head? I can't say that I wouldn't have.
Psycho.
I don't want to ever have to take that shot. Ever. But if that's what it took, I think Amora would be more mad that I didn't take the shot.
He does seem the type.
But like I said,
Put this before himself.
she's a knight. She has honor. She would
Self-appointed.
sacrifice herself. Self-appointed or not, it's still a code that she lives by. And if she has that much honor in herself, then she would probably make the call to be self-sacrificed for the greater good.
I think she has a lot more honor than any one of us could ever say at this moment.
Well, I don't know how much honor I have.
Depends on which frogs you talk to.
MANNWULF introducing the comic relief.
Right?
That's true.
Oh god.
Hearing this
I'm gonna look for
conversation,
everybody and
Pete
ask if
speaks
we could
up.
just- Oh?
I don't know fully what's going on. I say, if there's an opportunity to take out an enemy, though, and it requires a sacrifice, make the sacrifice. Even if it's me.
I feel the same.
Very well then.
If my life was given in battle to defeat evil, then I have lived a fulfilled life.
Pete, it's good to see you awake. But I think we can all agree with that sentiment, yes?
Yeah. Okay, guys, now comes the hard part. Amora's taken care of. She's in great hands. We need to go to the inn. We need to sit down alone in a quiet room, and we need to be able to talk.
I know this might be
I
so
agree. I would like to learn more about what's going on because I am very confused by all this information.
Rhea?
Believe me, you and I both.
I know this might be selfish of me to ask, but I might need it for it, because I'd like to remain here if possible, just in case.
Do you want to know how you got the way you are, Rhea?
I
One,
think I glimpsed as much. Sneeze.
I don't think you quite have the full grasp of it, and I think I need to tell you all at the same time so we can figure out what to do.
as this conversation is developing, the head priest will start ushering people out.
Get the hell out of here.
And once the last onlooker is gently shoved out of the door, he will...
Gently shoved.
Yep. Kind of like Assassin's Creed pushed. Like, I need you to move, but...
Get the fuck out of here! He
Yeah.
starts yeeting people out.
Yes, but the nice way. And he will shut the door and put a bar... He'll put a bar basically locking the doors, and he will snap his fingers and canvas will fall over the windows. It's still lit. Peat, for the first time you're able to notice that the light does not come from torches, but from some light encased in a glass ball. And the headmaster will go into the room, giving you all your privacy. Everyone kind of gets their attention towards Bird as he begins with, "Oh yeah, by the way, I remember everything. Like, I remember more than just my name and the bum rum. Like, I remember when we first started." And he will explain that he has come from a land far away from here, and he was raised, well, abandoned in a temple, and he had gone on an adventure and had sailed to the land of Ardnok, and he went to Brolk, and he felt pretty much at home. He stayed at the Crossroads for a while, was gifted his current amulet of twists and turns with seeming unending twists, and he got bored of that because of all the religion going on. So he prefers the cold, so he has gone to Liba, and that is where he had met a blue dwarf by the name of Mushu and his white wolf Cricky. And the first time he had met Korric and Solus. And then they lusted for adventure, so they left and arrived in Gula. When they hit Gula, there was a quest being hosted by the king, and it was basically to get rid of the evil of this land. And from there, they waited around and saw a group of adventurers. There was Kyrish, and he was sitting with Sage. And then there was another group of two of Peat and Rhea. They had traveled along, and they couldn't think of a very good team name, a very catchy adventuring group's name, so they went off of the personalities, and trying to be comical, Bert took the D of Gondruff. D for drunk. Let's say that Korric got a little bit upset about that. After you left Gula, you went to Liba because apparently after a few months of being gone, it had been taken over by turkey feathers. So you had liberated the town, and Bert and Korric went to see if this Mushu and Creaky were home, but oh well. After being there for a little bit, you had... Oh, bye, Bert. After being there for a few days, you had left for Ilya. And he had a sense that something was wrong about Ilya, and removed the illusion upon the town, which kind of made Rhea upset, and he was like, I'm really sorry, and she goes, well, you know, I'd rather see the truth than be lied to, so I do appreciate it, not your fault. And Bert himself was just happy that loved ones of a friend of his had survived the evilness, and so they basically had one big party in the tavern. Then you moved to Fiend. You weren't even in the town yet, and there was a small army in the middle of town. You had all jumped in, started fighting, doing what you guys do best, and with one spell, Bert was able to destroy a massive amount of the army and basically left the rest of them for the cleanup crew. While you were fighting, you had brought out some of the townspeople, and the leader named Achu. And after you had healed your wounds and relaxed a bit, you were about to move on. Peat, upon hearing Achu, you get that. Once you hear the name, you get that it's not as painful as before, but you get that a strange tingle in your brain, like, I should remember this, but I don't.
Alright.
Heads up, that's gonna happen a lot. So Bert tells you that after Theme, you had gone to broke, so you could get some better equipment, mainly holy enchanted equipment and evil resistant armor. Bert basically went to Ollie's house, and as he said before, found out that his poo is explosive only when ingesting rum. And other than that, everybody was just... They just fell in love with you guys.
Fighting!
Oh my god.
Both did.
But after a week of staying there, of just taking a mini vacation, because let's be honest, you guys fucking deserve that shit, and you headed off to Misa. This is where Bert starts to stutter and kind of get a little shy, and he can't really look Rhea in the face. Basically, Misa is the town before going into Death's Hall, the last known location of the Dark Ruler. As you were entering the town, there was another horde of undead just roaming around. It wasn't like an army, but it was an unusual amount. You destroyed them without a problem. Didn't even break a sweat this time. You hear Kyrish and Bert says that he and Kyrish were having a kill count contest over it. However, there was one less remaining enemy, and he doesn't remember anything else. He was the first to wake up. He tells that he woke up to Rhea smiling, but realized she was dead. He had cried so loud that he woke the rest of you up. He tells that he saw Sage wake up, stand, and then just fall to her knees as she wept. There was an annoyed Kyrish as he walked over to be like, it's fine, we got knocked unconscious, what are you crying for? And then saw Rhea, tried to see if she was alive, and he just sat on his haunches and silently wept. And then he says that he saw you, Peat, wobbling over towards Rhea's body and let out the most heartbrokenness of screams echoing into the dark and empty sky. And then that Korric and Solus finally woke up from this cry, and Solus nudged Rhea, whined, and laid down at her feet as Korric sat on the other side of her legs and just laid a gentle hand upon her leg. He tells you that Sage begged him to bring Rhea back, but as a group, you did everything this way. You put it to a group vote, and let's just say it was anonymous. You agreed to bring her back from the dead. However, playing the gods, bringing a soul that has departed a body back into that body is not something that a mere mortal should be able to do. And Bert was not strong enough to be able to harness this godlike power. So they went to Oppo, the cleric in the town of Misa. Upon hearing this, Kyrish, something also strikes your brain. This name is very familiar. However, this is when Bert gets very quiet for a time. He says that...
Oh, blessed silence.
You're a dick. But the cleric's home was close to the stables where all your horses were at. You had all combined your magics. Bert being in the middle with his puke yellow, connected with Kyrish's blue, Korric's orange, Sage's purple, Oppo's gold, and Peat's rose red. The spell was just about to be finished. Perfect. No problems whatsoever. And then in a very tall, small voice, I sneezed. See, Rhea, well, the party, everyone would remember that Bert was given allergy medicine before this, when you first woke up in Mirror. But apparently, this allergy has been long-lasting because he said, I had a bag of medicine on me. I've been taking it for God knows how long. I should be fine. It's not a problem. However, when the magic dust settled, the array of colors finally dissipating, Rhea was alive. However, she came back as a centaur, and she had become a result of body fusion. The party, unfortunately minus Peat, would remember this from Riku saying about body fusing, where a corpse might accidentally fuse with another body nearby, living or dead. Because magic is finicky, especially that kind of magic. And then he said, this is kind of why I drink all the time, because I don't know how to cope with this, except for alcohol. But the nice thing is if I'm buzzed, my magic's a little bit better. I can function better. However, if I'm sober for too long, or if I get way too drunk, I'm pretty much useless.
It's all about that center line.
But he says that you all healed a little bit, and you grew stronger from it. You reached the Dark Lord's castle, and you fought. However, that's the last thing he knows, because he just remembers...
I did not say the Dark Lord. I said turkey feathers.
You know what? Fine, turkey feathers. He says that when you went to go fight turkey feathers, and the last thing you remember is saying turkey feathers doing something, and the next thing you know, you wake up and you only remember your name.
Okay, and Peter, there's one more thing I forgot to tell you, the turkey feathers thing, okay? So, the person we fought, we don't mention his name, because names somehow have serious power around here. I don't quite understand it fully yet, but I do believe to my core that you might be able, he might be able to, I don't know, put a summoning spell of some sort with his name. So we call it turkey feathers. Well, nobody can say anything bad, and nobody really has a clue what the hell we're talking about. I mean, you talk about turkey feathers all day long, and nobody can think nothing of it.
Well, that explains what turkey feathers is to me now, and I think I understand most of what's happened.
I'm a screw up. That's what happened.
Well, we all have our moments, our strengths and weaknesses.
I think we're.
But I mean,
sincere.
honestly, I believe with Rhea being, she was an elf. Elves are really frail. Now she's bolstery and beautiful and big and muscular and strong and
Good God,
pretty
it's
much
just
turned
showing already.
pretty much just turned me into jelly one day, running me over. But I mean, it's all's forgiven. They fixed me, ish.
Pete, upon hearing Bert describe Rhea this way, you get this instinctive protectiveness, like an older brother over a younger sister.
So I want to stand up and defend Rhea.
It's more
Defend
like
her against what? I complimented her.
It's more of like a. It's like that stereotypical. Oh, there's this boy making compliments to my little sister. Yeah, no, I don't appreciate that.
Oh, he's protective of it. Oh.
Ah, got it. I say I would appreciate if you didn't talk about her like that.
Oh, oh, really? Well, if I've offended you, I truly, well, frankly, I was complimenting her because she went from being an elf to being a centaur, and I don't know about you, but mentally and emotionally, there's got to be a lot of turmoil with that. So I'm
Oh,
really trying to boost her
absolutely.
confidence in the way that she sees herself now, because let me tell you, she's faster, she's stronger, she's able to do things she probably wasn't able to do before, and yet she's still not who she was, body-wise. Mentally, I believe she's still the same person. So I was simply trying to get her to see herself the way we see her too.
I mean, that's the thing, though.
I know it's not
Aside,
you, Rhea.
aside from you, none of us really do know if we're the same as how we were.
I know all of you were the same as you were. You are all the same. Like, what can I? We're gonna get this straightened out. I know we can. If you truly want to rid yourself of these attributes, there's got to be a way. Magic did this, it can undo it. I'm just afraid of what the results of undoing it might be.
Magic can be finicky, though. Trying to undo something like this.
Could kill her.
Yes, permanently.
Yeah.
So
So,
much
do
the
we take
more.
the second chance that we have? Or do we try and erase the past?
When I looked at the photo Riku has, and I saw the other me, it felt like I was looking at someone else. I'm just used to me being how I am now.
Because it's really all
I'm
you've ever known.
I'm not looking to change back. I don't feel there'd be any point in it anymore. Plus, And I feel like, as you said, this could be a help. Maybe this is the edge we needed that we didn't have before.
Well, I can certainly tell you that this is really gonna get Pete.
Besides,
You got 2 pairs of legs that can be sexy now.
Oh, good gods.
thank you.
That's you.
Kyrish is actually
Don't
the
thank me
edge
too
right
much.
Riku is going to hop up on the pew next to Korric. You know, I think you're all kind of missing the big picture.
Yes.
Turkey feathers?
She will facepalm. No, you drunken, blithering idiot, the fact that you knew Korric before you became Gondra.
Wait, what, huh? I missed that? How my drunk ass missed that?
Bro, you're the one that said it! Dude,
See? I told you! I told you I wasn't right! I told you that goddamn hell wasn't right. They I don't know what they did to it this time, but they got me all confused and backwards. Maybe I got a little bit too drunk.
Yeah, I think you need to stop.
Rhea, I think you're absolutely probably one of the wisest people I've ever heard, because if you're going to accept this as a second chance and take it
Besides,
and accept it, that's great.
the
Go ahead.
The elf known as Rhea died. I just have to accept that.
That was just a body. You're still you.
I am. But the real me is somewhere locked in here, in the head. And until I have the same situation as what you had, I'm Rhea the Centaur. And I need to embrace that.
Even when you get your memories back, you're still going to be a centaur.
And I need to embrace that.
I think that's way wise.
Well, take Goombert as an example here. I mean, he knows everything, apparently, that happened before and up until now, and look at him, he's still the same.
I don't know, there's something different about him now. A bit more clarity behind the eyes.
Well, that's only for the better, I think.
Besides, I'm less worried about my form at the moment. I'm more worried about her.
She's in the best possible care she could be in right now. We, as a group, I understand wanting to stay here with her. I do. But we've all been through a lot of stuff in a short amount of time. I think if we went and got some food, some dinner, and got a good night's sleep, we could come back and reconvene in the morning here. And I think we could all sleep on it and just kind of digest things in our own ways, in our own privacy, because I get to deal with y'all's reaction to this.
I suppose food could help.
Well, I certainly have the headache from all this information, and a good night's rest would probably do me well.
I believe so.
Even though it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon?
Do you know what we've been through in the last 12 hours?
She's going to do the slow head
That's prime
turn.
time.
Oh god, I was kidding. Yes, I know you know what we've been through. Yeah, I need some rest. We could go back out in the swamp. but I really need to rest first, I think.
She's going to look at Kyrish. Am I, like, invisible? Or did someone put a silent spell on me? Is it
No, I
just
can
me?
hear you.
No, it's just Goombert.
I mean, to be fair, you know, just imagine you've received one of the best presents ever in your life. You're gonna lose focus on everything else.
Better yet, think about getting the best present in your life, the most shiniest, beautiful packaging, and then opening it up and realizing that there's shit inside of it.
Yes, imagine our surprise when we found you.
That's something I still don't want to
I'm
forget.
almost drunk enough to be offended by that,
Oh, good God.
but I reckon I resemble that remark.
She's going to put 2 of her fingers kind of like in the middle of her forehead and just like rub them on her forehead.
I think I'm just overly drunk and tired, and I really need to rest. I'm gonna go take a bath. Wash this
Okay.
blood off me. I'll be at the
Yes.
end.
Wash the gore of the day off of you. Revel in your victory.
You know, that tongue gonna get you in trouble one of these days.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
Well,
Speaking of your tongue,
a suggestion of food has got my stomach rumbling. I say we go eat and just take it easy, because there's a lot I need to sort through.
You're right. You're right. I'm
Imagine
sorry.
it's going to
I
be
was out of.
harder on you than anyone else.
You say you want to use your tongue on me?
What?
well, I figured if everyone's hungry, we could walk and talk, but, speaking of tongues, well, how you speak is usually how you write. Kyrish, didn't you mention back in my house that you wrote something? Like Sage?
Oh, yes. Actually, well, I don't know if any of you actually remember. The book that Emora had given me, do any of you recall that? The Necromancer's book?
Yeah, something like.
Does ring a bell,
Well,
yes.
something about it.
Apparently I had added in my own section to it.
Bert immediately looks at him and says, "What?"
As he flips through the pages, he thumbs onto a particular chapter. Right, it's this one. Companions. Necromancers naturally attract other bad people. These people seek friendship or for protection, or they share the same mentality. Necromancers will keep them at arm's length, as they have been treated like the plague all their lives, on top of the fact that they have been raised to trust no one. Mercenaries are the most popular people in a necromancer's inner circle, but there are a few that had no place to call home. And then starts my bit. Even though they delve in the dark arts, there is still a semblance of humanity. Necromancers take pity on the homeless and less fortunate as long as they show potential to bring power and knowledge. I've seen the Dark Ruler. Damn it all. Well, it's not like it actually works.
Did you just say turkey feathers and not say turkey feathers?
Yes, I did get the...
May your tongue get you in trouble.
Let's hope, and then we'll actually know. How about that? Taking a few
I don't want you to get hurt because you.
In shortly, they were being trained in the forbidden magics. I'm talking over you. People ravaged by his conquest came to his doors only to be subject to slavery. There are even a few Illumian here, but they don't recognize me. His inner circle consists of myself, some undead rabbit, a girl that could easily break you in two, and Bartok. Now we don't sit around the throne room gossiping about the day's work. Usually we are invited in the throne room or personal chambers to discuss strategy, recruiting, or training.
I will pause you there.
And other things.
Because, God damn it.
Ah,
Because
ouch.
as you read the last sentence, Peat and Sage, well, Peat kind of stops in his track. Sage, you kind of woke up. Keith is carrying you upon his back, and you're just about to say, "Oh, hi, everybody," and then you hear the girl that could easily break you in two, and you wake up faster than you have ever in your life. It's like somebody electrocuted you.
Whoa. Can I fall off his back?
Yeah, because you're kind of just, you're not, he didn't like wrap his arms around you, so you kind of like, you fall
Yeah,
off.
that. Kind of like that.
Like that. Yes.
Hearing Sage fall and make the noise, I turn. Say that last line again.
My head.
What? Usually we are invited in the throne room?
Oh no! Before that, the people.
Necromancers?
His inner circle
You talked about a rabbit.
His
A girl
inner
and a
circle
rabbit?
consists of myself, some undead rabbit, a girl that could easily break you in two, and Bartok.
Okay.
Upon clarification, Pete, there is, inside of you, there is unbridled rage and vengeance toiling inside of you. Sage inside is the complete opposite, where it's, you basically, it would be the equivalent of losing Darling.
With the rage flowing through me, I clench my fist and start channeling my warlock energy into them, ready for a fight.
Describe what that looks like.
My fists start to glow with the aura of my magic. It starts cracking like electricity.
Whatever.
Where the fuck are we? Why do I feel this way?
Are you lot alright? Does Kyrish feel the same way?
No.
Or no? Okay. Are you lot alright?
No, I am not alright.
It's you!
I don't know why, but I am furious right now.
Yes, it's Pete. Catch up with the times. Wait, you're awake?
Out. I don't remember. Imora, there was a dragon. Where's the dragon?
Sage, it's dead. It's dead. It's okay.
Yes, unfortunately so.
You just keep that tongue in still, mister. Done started enough crap tonight.
My tongue will do as it pleases.
I would like to hear
Mine does
more
not.
about
Not if I silence it.
Why do I imagine as soon as you say that, everyone's head just slowly turns to Korric as if expecting the one-liner?
Oh, I said it. I said it.
I've just been out my nose. Oh god.
I'm sorry, that hurts like hell, but it's funny as shit.
God, it is. So worth.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'm sorry, continue.
Not
Well, I'm trying to be. Hold on.
But what? What are you reading?
Okay, Sage, you got possessed again.
God damn it!
I have a way to stop it. I think.
You do?
I do. I think I do. But right now, You got a lot of catching up to do.
Apparently. Pete?
Yeah, Pete. Pete's what, like, so much. Like,
Pete has
uh,
and looks like he wants to kill someone.
and Pete, I feel that right now. I really do, because a necromancer's inner circle? For real?
What about his inner circle?
Why would you be in the inner circle of a necromancer?
Who?
The person
Yeah,
who wrote the book said myself, a rabbit, and a girl are what consists of his inner circle.
That's a strange inner circle.
Wait, yourself?
What happened to Amora? Not to backtrack a lot, but
Okay,
what?
she's in with the healers in the church, back in the back room back there. She's alive, she's stable, but it's still up in the air right now.
I probably didn't make the situation better, did I?
With them talking about
Neither
Amora,
did I.
Kyrish lowers his eyes.
Neither did I. Yeah. It was times of desperation. And,
With the conversation moving away from what was written in the book, Pete tries to control his anger. He lets go of his power and relaxes his fists and arms.
Yay, diffusion.
So, I'm gonna try and catch you up as much as I can. The dragon died. Moore's here.
No, take the credit. You slew it.
Well,
Oh, we slew it hard.
Slew it so hard. Oh, it was dirty and bloody and messy. Big gashes.
You missed it. I pulled some great moves.
the dragon is dead. Okay, what happened next?
So I got my memories back.
That's good? Bad? I don't know.
It's
A little of everything.
it's horrifying. It's good. It's bad. It's everything, and I don't know how to handle it. All I've been doing all day is drinking, and then I'm getting shitty with people in the party because just it's been a day. But
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm just gonna tell you that Rhea used to be an elf, and now she's a centaur because I sneezed in the middle of a spell ceremony that we were doing to bring her back from the dead.
Look between them like.
And she's hoarse because her horse was in the stables next, really close to where we were at. And then we sneezed, or I sneezed from my allergies, and Rhea became like this. And then when we were fighting the dragon, my bum rum burnt Amora. I'm just having a really hard time trying to figure out where the good in me is coming from, because it doesn't feel like it sometimes. It feels like I keep hurting people I love.
Rhea's just starts trembling again and just does a loud sniff like a. And she just slips the mask back on.
I have woken up in a very volatile situation.
I'm in danger.
That's the academic sense, yeah. I'm really sorry, Bert.
And then
And
I got drunk. Everybody's mad at me. One for killing a damn dragon that was possessed because it was possessed and was, well. And then Amora being burned.
I'm not mad at you.
I'm just gonna go to the inn and go take a bath and wash up. So I was just wanting to let you know what what I know about you, you're gonna have to find out, like,
You
here in a
know,
little while.
you probably know all about all of us.
I know some about all of you, yeah. I know that Rhea's still Rhea, even if her body's changed. Her heart and her personality hasn't. It's still who she is.
I'm not
But
good
yeah,
with emotions.
it's
Should
fine. I'm just gonna go to the inn
pat
and
the
go
sh-
take a bath.
You take care of yourself. It'll be okay. Pat, pat, pat,
Mm-hmm.
pat.
That's usually my job, and I appreciate it being reciprocated by you. That was nice.
Mm,
I know you don't do well in these kind of awkward social feeling type situations. Do you have any questions that you need answered about yourself?
multiple. Especially why I felt something. Why, gosh, Kyrish was saying something and it jolted me awake.
Yes, he was reading from a book, and I'd like to hear more of what it says.
All right.
When did you win? I'm Sage, by the way. Sage just like awkwardly sticks out her hand.
So I gather we know each other. Peat.
Pete, Sage Pete. Yep.
You do magic. That's cool. So do I. Kind of. Where's
Was
my
his-
That's a good question, Chocobo. Like, would I know what class these people were before? Like, what style of magic they use, or
Yes, you would. Everyone except for yourself, well, Korric would know, like, the obvious ones. So, like, Korric and Rhea would know that they are druid and barbarian respectively. But the other 3 magic users, you would be able to tell this is magic A, magic B, magic C.
but would I know that all my party members are magic users?
I mean, you've seen it already.
Okay, so then I can explain to them what I know them as.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then I will inform them all of what I can tell them about their backgrounds as far as their magic use and prowess with the blade and so on and so forth, so that everybody knows what they, what
jewelry.
something out of their past.
So you would explain to Sage she is a wizard as she gains her magical abilities through a book, but through events that she has not told you, she has taken up to having those spells tattooed upon her body. You tell Kyrish that he is more gifted than that and can just, he has a natural ability for the magic and does not require a spellbook to learn from. And Peat or Rolex the same way?
My magic is largely natural. No incantations, no books, no studying. I just channel it through my body, and I alter it with invocations.
Bert, you explain that. Riku kind of pops up. I'm kind of more interested in what else the book says. This is really good. I think. I don't know, it's exciting. And she kind of is looking up at you and like kind of like she has her fist closed and like knocking her knuckles together like an excited little 5-year-old.
Glad to know the frog survived. Sorry, that was rude. It's a lot to take in.
No, you're fine.
Sage would like to strategically place herself next to Rhea. Close enough to touch. Continue.
Raising.
Yes, it seems there's other little excerpts here. Alright, there's a servitude chapter.
Servitude?
Yes, apparently it has to do with some of the, we'll say, employees of Turkey Feathers. Although not exactly, they're not paid. Slaves? Yes, they're slaves. My God, just call it as it is. Like you did, being a slave under a necromancer is never easy. Every second of every day could be your last alive or the beginning of eternal torment. You will be subject to long, hard days with the bare minimum of clothing, shelter, food, and drink. If you're living, you'll be inside or close to the building of the necromancer's main place of business. If you end up dead, you'll be sent on patrols and guard duty. And then begins what I'm... It just feels like it's it is my writing. Although I suppose it could be someone else's, but either way, it's the same as the other section. The Dark Ruler doesn't treat his slaves well at all. At the drop of a hat, he will kill whoever displeases him and absorb their life energy. I've heard the screams in a faraway room, but I could never find it in casual passing when I went to pinpoint the sound. There's a new tower made entirely of metal, and just being near it, I sweat profusely. Apparently, this is one of his new slaves he summoned, and whatever it is wants out. I saw another addition, a halfling atop a brown wolf. Korric. That duo seems to run menial tasks around the castle while the Hot One is kept for battle. A few months went by, and he took the slave from the tower. I've never seen anyone like him before. A man made of fire. He made eye contact, and it could kill. I could be turned to ash. Hate, rage, and a bit of fear boiled in his eyes. The ruler asked me to come along to witness the power, and I regret doing so. A small village between Misa and Death's Hall had been giving resistance. When the aforementioned Fire Man was done, there was nothing but large piles of smoldering ash. His power was terrifying, and just the sheer heat would kill me, even if I dodged his attacks. And it goes on and on, there's quite a lot.
How did you know so much about what Turkey
Necromancers?
Why does it
Yes.
sound...
Well,
Turkey feathers?
my supposed friends, it seems I was in his employ.
As you say this, I need everybody to roll me some listen checks.
Oh, Bert's fucking pissed.
So I'm an errand boy.
You're a
26.
fuck boy for the fuck boys. Yeah.
You said wisdom, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what she said.
Listen. My
Oh,
apologies.
listen.
I think I need to turn up my sensitivity, I
Oh.
think.
I believe she said wisdom.
I thought you said wisdom checks. Never mind.
Oh, God.
Let's see if I can beat that will save of 26. No, 23.
I got a 23.
I got a 25 on my listen.
That's a nat 20, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Got a 19.
Okay.
No, Pete rolled a wisdom check.
Well, I rolled both.
Oh, I see.
I heard wisdom first, and so I rolled a wisdom.
Yeah, I rolled a will check for some reason.
15, of course.
Pete, you hear this first. You have been walking towards the inn. You all kind of just slowed down because you want to hear what Kyrish has to say. You would hear this first, but this noise is coming directly from above and behind you. You hear... as you turn around, everyone else can hear the flapping, the slow flapping of wings.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
Pete, as you turn around for a better pinpoint, you see a pale woman, only with something covering her bust and her hips, with a large bandage around her midsection, with large white wings and long dark hair. And she's not flying the greatest. She's starting to come down. This woman looks tired. Like she's been up for 3 days straight, existing only on hopes, dreams, and caffeine. And she's all out of caffeine.
Do we all hear this?
You hear it, but Pete was the only one able to actually pinpoint the sound to take a look. Does Pete tell them what he sees?
I look up and go, any of you know who that is?
Now, do we see her?
It depends on who turns around.
Oh, I do.
Yep.
I look.
Yes, indeed they do.
Bert, you with us?
Yep, that'd be me too.
Okay. You all turn around and follow Pete's finger, and you see Amora slowly coming down.
Rhea's rushing over.
Beep!
Amora, you're supposed to be resting.
She will kind of... She struggles a bit to land. It's not the once graceful, powerful Amora landing that you're used to. As she goes to land, she kind of knocks into the side of the wall and it sends her off course a little bit, but she manages to straighten herself out and she lands on the pavement. She pops herself up against the wall, ignoring everybody else, looking straight at Kyrish. You have questions. I have answers. I've rested enough.
Oh,
Did you go? Where did you come from? What?
Cotton Eye Joe.
God.
They
What the hell's really going on?
They didn't lock the window in my room. So
you thought
Don't tell people that.
Fly out the bloody window?
because I'm alive, I'm healed, and I'm good enough to catch up, and you
Don't
deserve...
look healed.
Yes, you're alive, but damn, you're not healed.
I mean, I'm a
I
lot
can
better.
drink that.
You look like your guts are about to spill out on the floor.
That's why I have a trusty bandage.
Sit down. Good gods.
How much of that was me?
Probably enough none.
Yeah, thanks to Korric, none of it.
Muddy shame hole.
See, when everyone rush over to her, I take it that she's a friend without asking, and I slowly walk up to the rest of them.
She will look up to you. Oh, good, you're awake. I'm very glad. It is a great pleasure to meet you, Pete. I am Amora.
Likewise, pleasure to meet you, Amora. And as the other said, You don't look well. You should be resting.
I've slept for a good 4 hours. I'm good enough to function.
No, that's not enough.
Hours isn't enough, Mora. I need. Like, Rhea looks like she's.
Oh,
Bye.
Who do we lose?
I'm
And who
there.
again?
Which-
Rhea looks like she's halfway between just having a full mental breakdown and trying to hold herself back from just hugging her.
I'll be fine. Alright? Just, there are questions that need answers, and I have those answers. I've kept those answers long enough, and it caused problems. I can't.
Why haven't you told us? Because I have a really bad suspicion growing inside. And if you
Rhea,
can...
Rhea, I have a question for you. And a
Yes.
favor.
Yes.
Would you be alright carrying her while she explains, so that she's not exhausting herself?
Would you be fine with that, Mora?
I mean, if it allows me to speak, then sure, fine. I'll do whatever you want me to do. She looks at
I
Korric.
step-
Within reason.
I step forward, pick her up, and place her on Rhea's back.
Oh, like that. Oh, okay. I mean, I could have carried her
Nobody
myself in
rides
my
on the
arms,
horse.
but
I mean,
no,
yeah.
she's allowed.
I know. Yeah. I am going to heal Amora.
You don't need to.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
We good then.
Yeah.
She says we good. I'll take her word for it. Now, will all y'all tell me why the hell you're working for Turkey Feathers?
You tell us.
I wish I knew. You know more than we do.
If I'd have known, do you think I'd still be here?
What?
Of course.
I mean, you're right. I would be. Because I don't believe that we would work for him willingly. So therefore, it either was an infiltration, and we got caught because we got sloppy, or...
It could be a situation similar to Sage.
What do you mean? Possession?
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer?
That's the only thing I can think of.
If it was possession, would I have written about it?
How about we let Amora give her the answers that she has? Maybe
Yeah.
that'll clear some up.
Yes, goodness, this is just getting distracting. Amora, please.
So, what is the first question?
Is this all of us? Is this everyone who we had?
When I saved you all from falling to your deaths, you were all that came out.
Well, everyone else is familiar with us. You must have been familiar with our group to some extent.
I was. But
Are
only
we-
one of you.
Oh.
One.
And who was that?
It was me, wasn't it?
Oh, good God.
In your dreams.
Give it time.
Then I don't
I'll wear you
Usually,
down.
Yeah.
Just Rhea just slow head towards Korric.
See, I was reluctant to say anything earlier because, Kyrish, you are very strong-willed, strong-headed. You don't take everything at face value. And honestly, I wanted to see if you changed.
So you thought you'd get yourself kidnapped and almost killed?
Yes, I did let my anger get the better of me. I don't blame you for asking questions. I don't blame your doubt. It's sometimes my pride gets in the way, and I do apologize. However, Believe it or not, you and I were in Misa at the same time. Long before... Turkey Feathers. I can't believe you named him, of all names, Turkey Feathers. But
It wasn't my idea.
Does he have a real name?
I'm not sure, to be fairly honest with you. I believe
You must not be named.
the Revenant I had met knew him at one point, but he had forgotten it in his time. But I'm skipping ahead. Like I said, Kyrish, you and I were in Misa at the same time before his rule became as strong as it was.
Misa, there's that name again.
The city of Illumians. The city of knowledge.
You mean everybody there glowed like him?
Yes, their skin had varied, their glows had varied.
How did he sleep?
What?
She
mean, if
asked
it's-
how do they feel.
If it's always glowing.
I
Sorry, dumb question.
He closes his eyes.
They probably
Maybe.
However, when the dragons first appeared, I won't lie, I did take flight. I did leave. But I stayed as long as I could to try and help Ryuk. She looks at Kyrish. The knight who knighted me.
Oh.
However, the more stronger he got, the more allies he got. And then Misa was destroyed. As a knight, we are always the first to go into battle and the last to leave. At least until all the innocents are gone. I was the last one standing and I did not see anybody alive around me. I left. I went home towards Mir, and I stayed there. I traveled around the continent, but no one would help. I was traveling the lands of Gula when I met an interesting creature. Kyrish, if you remember, you were reading the Revenant entry.
Yes.
That writing's mine. During my travels, I had seen this book laying amongst the street in Gula. I picked it up and was honestly surprised it was written in Celestial. When I met this Revenant, he mentioned about 3 apprentices. Unfortunately, how Revenants work, they only have 6 months to get vengeance on the person that made them that way. But he felt that wasn't the right road, or he was afraid of disappointing his students. Unfortunately, I did spend the last of his time with him. They usually don't talk much, but he was actually a very kind man. He gave me great knowledge to fight necromancers and the undead and the like, but honestly, he ended up letting me keep the book. At the same time, I couldn't let Misa go. Of course, I would have been recognized easily. I mean, it's a black landscape and I have no white wings.
I know how to make him dirty.
Oh my god. The fallen angel.
Ain't just gonna make him more white.
Mhm. Little creamy.
Give me a sec.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
You roll around in the dirt a little bit,
That's all
you'll be
it takes
alright.
a second.
Smack him.
Can we? Can you, she just, while still looking at God, can you not, please?
I don't think
I'll
you
do
can.
my best.
At least one of us can maintain a sense of.
Rhea, do you
Promise.
whinny when you have sex?
What?
I said, do you whinny when you have sex?
Don't add that to the Google history!
Fuck!
I don't know.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna.
Well, when we hit the end, just give me a holler.
Or a Winnie!
Just friends helping friends.
Oh my god!
We've got to stop breaking Choco while she's trying to deliver, like, deep lore.
But it's so easy!
Oh, I saw my shot. I took it.
Oh my
Point
god.
yeah, more.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Alright.
It was from.
Wow. I had gone to Misa to see how bad it was. And I got attacked by a dragon. She looks at Sage. The same dragon that you had found in my closet under the stairs. Well, I had slain it, and I devised my own armor from it. I found some dye. Kyrish, I knew that you and your lizard friend had seen me. I wanted to see if you were actually working for him or whatnot. Seeing your patrols to the small villages and towns, I honestly thought that you were going to raze them to the ground, and then
10.
I saw you summoning your monsters and your lizard friend, basically destroying them, saving the town. I thought it was a one-time fluke because you had seen me, but you kept doing it. And then one day, I saw your patrol go into Misa. You were with some fire elemental or something. And I saw you and your lizard friend do nothing as the city burned and the people screamed and do nothing.
Lizard friend, what are you referring to?
I'm not sure, but honestly, I think he could, take on Peat and Rhea at the same time. And possibly still be standing. He's large. He's strong. He can take out a 10-man platoon all by himself. I had flown back home so as my people didn't worry. If anyone was suspicious of anyone, it was me suspicious of you. The golden traitor to his own town.
You're starting my. Okay.
And then I saw you interact with everybody, how
plant.
You were actually
Oh no,
friendly
the
with them.
dishwasher started reloading it.
I'm not gonna lie, I stayed awake those few nights to make sure that you weren't being more of a spy. I didn't want his touch reaching Mir. He's already infected the other cities. At least just leave one territory unblemished by his rule. I was afraid you were going to change all that. And honestly, seeing you actually being able to read the book proved to me that you're actually on the side of good. For no true servant of him, well, they know the opposite language of Celestial. Abyssal and Infernal.
I mean, in all truthfulness, it is just a language. Anyone could learn it, yes?
It's difficult. With Celestial is that of good, of holy. Those that know it have tremendous difficulty speaking in Infernal or Abyssal because it just makes them feel a sense of wrongness. The same way for Infernal and Abyssal. It's almost near possible because your vocal cords and your tongue form certain ways that, trying to do the opposite, your muscles fight against you.
No. Well,
I'm gonna stop walking. It's like one of those you stop walking because you're shocked, and then you keep walking again.
Yeah,
It's like a conscious thought.
letting it register in your brain type thing.
so, what you're telling me was, you were spying on me, and this is how you, know me so well?
May not your personal life, but I did question your motives quite a bit.
No, it's quite alright. I really could have no qualms over whatever you did in the past. It's not as though I actually remember it. I'm sure you had your reasons.
I mean, the fact that you are the only Illumian alive, let alone not in Death's Hall. That doesn't happen.
Wait. The only one alive?
Not alive, per se. I'm saying alive outside of the walls. There could be some still alive in the castle.
But even still, I'm the only one here outside?
Seems harsh to me.
She will hold onto the bottom towel and slide off of Rhea's back, and she will kind of wobble, kind of like limp, a slight limp over to Kyrish and put a gentle hand on his shoulder. You're not alone in that feeling. But you still have the hope that there might be those alive in the castle. You have that hope.
Right. I guess I have to hold on to that. My. That's a good enough reason as any to do what I've done.
Why don't you keep reading the book?
Right. And he stutters a bit. Right, well, The easiest way to survive in an environment that is controlled by a necromancer is to simply cooperate. This is all so much. It may not be the best life, but at least you'll be alive. I'm not saying lay down and die, but to bide your time until the moment to strike comes. As someone that had a FN?
Future necromancer.
I'm not going to ask how you know that. As an apprentice, I did not let him do as he wished, but I did my best to guide him. When he would throw his tantrums, I would encase him in a bubble of salt so he wouldn't break or hurt anything. Gave him a good paddling and told him how it was going to be. He realized shortly that respect was earned and not given, but unfortunately used fear as his basis of doing so. And then comes my part. Working alongside the Dark Ruler for a few years taught me that one must do the best one can to survive, even if it means working with your enemy. I hate going out on patrols to hurt innocents, and equally hate using summon monster to help him. I do know the layout of his castle like the back of my hand and his daily routines, but I still feel like I am missing some pertinent information. Cooperation with him has made my view of the world a bit darker, but I am grateful I'm alive. Next chapter, Eternal Life. There's only one way for a necromancer to live for an eternity. Phylacteries. These are made with a heavy price as it is not the usual vial of blood. Phylacteries are powerful magical items that allow the necromancer, usually a lich, to live, even after a fatal blow. Over time, the necromancer will gain strength and even reform. Destroying a phylactery is not easy. One cannot brute force it, or it will alert the necromancer of the attack. In order to damage it, let alone destroy it, one must have a powerful magical weapon or holy spell. Using a group of people can successfully destroy the object. Phylacteries can be any item, but it's usually a sentimental item. Smarter and older necromancers will use a common household item to fool anyone that wishes to destroy it, but will hide it among the magical items to support the facade. And then the bit I suppose I wrote. I've been trying to overhear or get the Dark Ruler to tell me what, let alone where, his phylactery is. Obviously, I can't ask him outright because that'll blow my cover and draw suspicion into myself. Lux managed to see what happens in the deepest dungeon of the castle. It is quite unnerving. He managed to put something in a dragon's skull. I'm not sure how he got the dragon, but I'm glad it wasn't Hadwin. Hadwin? Whatever it was, it might be his phylactery because the power coming off of it was out of this world and it felt unnatural. I'm assuming that that creature was alive. Interesting. Final chapter, and then this will all be over. For whom the bells toll. Losing a loved one, or someone you deeply care about, is the hardest life experience. Tenfolded if the death was caused by a necromancer. Not only have you lost the person, but now their soul is in torment as the possibilities are endless for them to come back as undead. No matter how much you try to convince or remind them, the deceased will not remember, and if they do, they may end up killing you. Refer to the list of undead of what creatures would be smart enough. Having lost a loved one to a necromancer can lead to rash and illogical decisions. Grief can turn to anger and hatred, which are understandable emotions. But the person will set on the path of vengeance. Normally, they will disregard others' lives, and sometimes their own, in order to take down the necromancer. If you see someone going down this path, offer your assistance. your guidance. They may be blind, but most people are alone to handle this burden. And last but not least, what I've written. Losing my people, my tree, my hometown was the hardest thing I lived through, or so I thought. After traveling with Gondra for a year, I learned to trust them and accepted them as my new family. As irritating as Korric and Bert can be, seeing Rhea lifeless broke something inside of me. Oh gods, I don't know if I can continue this. And he
Mora will
second.
hold out her hand in an offerance to do so.
Please, I can't.
She will slowly
Can't
nod her head. All I could do was sit down and mourn in silence until Sage started begging Bert to bring Rhea back to the living. Honestly, I didn't care if she would be undead or not, even though it goes against my existence and Galoon. We got Rhea back, but at what cost? She's now half elf, half horse. I know we didn't have long to get her pure soul back, but bloody hell, we could have moved further from the stables. The fire of vengeance and wrath burn hotter than ever. It was bad enough I finally started to overcome my homeland's destruction, but I had to feel that pain for a second time. I will end you, Dark Ruler, even if it means I die with you. And she will slowly close the book.
Why does it keep feeling like I'm always a catalyst?
Well, I got to disagree with that statement. I don't believe Rhea's half of anything. I think she's all Rhea.
You're not a catalyst. You're loved. There's a difference.
You're an important person.
We don't blame you for anything. We might blame ourselves for...
Well, that's given me a whole lot to think about. And I really need to go evaluate some things in my own upstairs region.
My people, my tree, why does this... What is this feeling?
Loss. The feeling is loss.
My gods! What has this creature done to us?
All he knows is how to destroy. To take what he wants.
Bert exits the church and goes back to exits the room and goes up to
Bert, I cannot hear what you were saying right now.
Oh, sorry. Mike was out of place.
Oh, okay.
This is all going down in the inn or in the church?
You had stopped in an alleyway where it's pretty much, you would be able to tell if somebody was trying to creep on you or whatnot.
Gotcha. Well, Bert's gonna look at everybody and go, I'm going to the inn. I need to go digest this.
I'll get an arc!
And if you guys want to join me there, if not, I'll be there in the morning. And I can meet up with you, or... But I need to eat, and I need to think. And I need to mourn.
I think we all need to be doing that.
I guess I need my time to process now.
Let's all take some time.
I do have some questions as well of my own, but
I do have one more statement to make. Kyrish, the reason I know what FN means, at one point we were in the same guild. Guilds against liches, undead, and necromancers. This book is only given to those members.
Galoon.
Correct.
Balloon. Were we at guild? Is that what Gondra stands for?
we are Gondra.
Yes, that's our group. Apparently each of the letters stands for something that we came up with.
An acronym. I should have thought of that before.
Yes, but honestly, Dragon was a good one.
It's
It
the
was.
ganja.
Now, if you'll excuse me. And Kyrish is going to gingerly take the book from Imora and head back to the inn.
He is just gonna. Do you want to be taken back to the church, or do you want to go to the inn?
We'll go to the inn. I left a note saying where I went because habit. So,
She'll just slowly nod and head there. I have a couple of things I need to talk to you about anyway.
what would that be?
Well, first things first, I overheard what you said to the priest about me being next in line. But for what I don't know. What were you preparing me for?
Question, is everybody kind of like staggered like in a line? So like Bert, Sage, everyone
I
kind of.
walked off to the inn.
But what I'm saying
Oh.
is like you're still in a group, but you're not like huddled together. Like you're still going
Right.
towards the same
We're
direction.
walking off, and
Yeah.
it was time to
There's
take
space, I think. I think there's space.
Yeah.
Okay. She's not trying to keep it quiet. So, if you're kind of just lost in your own head, okay. But if you're still kind of like aware of your surroundings, also okay. Amora will put a hand on the shoulder of the horse and
Hey.
she goes, well, there's body fusion. If anything, she will take a deep breath. I am the last living of Ariel. We're a proud race, but I guess it's selfish for me to want it to live on. If I was not able to make it, I was hoping the priest would be able to restore your body, but instead of having the bottom half of a horse, you'd have a full body. But you would have my wings. That way the Ariel can still live on.
He just kind of remained silent before just speaking up. I appreciate the offer and the gesture. But if I can be completely honest, Imora, I think I'd prefer just having you around still.
Well, At that time, it was quite chancy. But I think if we would have waited a little bit longer, things may not have gone as well as they could have. I think it's a good sign that I'm still able to hobble around like an old bird, but I think a few more sleeps in and I'll be good.
I felt many things since coming to. I felt rage, I felt joy. That's the first time that I can recall that I felt true despair and sorrow. And I've been trying to process why. Yeah, I get the feeling that I would feel these kind of feelings if it was anyone else in the party. But this felt different, you know?
Understandable. It's... The world we live in is difficult, troublesome.
I don't know if it's because you've always been there as a guide, or... And then she just kind of... Her words just kind of stumble off as she thinks back to what she mouthed earlier but couldn't get the words out for. Oh. Oh.
Careful, if you say another one, Korric might react. Trying to lighten the mood.
Oh.
Korric's just slowly leading into frame, just to smoke a smell of it.
I have an out of character question.
I may have an out of character answer.
Was Rhea's horse male or female?
Oh no!
Oh, I don't even know. Let's play our favorite game. Rhea, odds or evens?
Are we trying to add a trans twist to the character played by the trans person? Odds.
Just let Leigh
Odds.
decide.
Let's go for odds.
Alrighty. You know what?
I'm just curious to see how this will turn.
You know what we'll do? Boop.
Okay.
It's odds.
Alright, you choose.
Like, tomorrow, I'd like to see you.
You know what? Given the body dysphoria that she had when she woke up and such, and
Oh, you got
given
clothes
that
on,
this
so
is
you
now a fascinating idea of
I'd
giving
like
the
to-
trans twist,
maybe wash your
like
bed sheets
something
and
I can
stuff.
actually have a lot of
I'd like to
experience
run that
with, given my life situation. Sure,
What?
the horse was male.
So,
Here is the whole reason I asked that.
How have we never noticed?
Because we care how Rhea identifies.
No,
Not
that
what
wasn't
the
it.
body is like.
Because this
Can
isn't
you
Red Dead
see-
Redemption 2. You don't. Your instant thought
Can
isn't
you
to look at the
see
horse's
Rhea?
balls.
curling eyebrows.
And Amora falling in
Says
love.
to the guy
And
who's
then
only like 3 feet
Rhea-
tall. All I see is balls all day.
I'm just wondering how bad Bert got teabagged when he got ran over.
Oh my god!
That wasn't
Reaction
just any old salami smacking you in the face, was it?
I don't think I got stomped on by hooves. I think I got ran over by balls.
You know,
You didn't have a black eye?
Okay. I think you need to make sure she doesn't choke. She's going to.
A black eye and a fucking snail trail on the back of my skull.
I think
Just put some hair gel in it or what? Something
I think you
about
turned.
hair?
I think you turned Chocobo into a kettle for a second.
I broke the DM.
It's not hard, but congratulations. I think this is the worst we've had.
Bert, I will grant you one free reroll of a
Awesome.
roll of your choice.
Yes.
Inspiration.
Well,
Oh my god.
well, because my mind went to, she said she was the last of her race. And then I thought,
Oh
well, how the fuck
no!
were Pegasus is made? Centaurs with wings, right?
Oh my god!
Could you imagine if they had a baby?
What is Sanji?
I feel like I feel like that just needs the bloody Bane line from The Dark Knight Rises. It would be very painful for her.
Well, I mean,
Oh my
No.
it doesn't take penetration to get pregnant.
Or the green-haired swordsman.
It's a hell of a stream coming out of that rod.
Musician.
Like a fucking fire hose.
Wait,
Oh god, I'm gonna piss myself!
Frankie's,
Hell!
Frankie's the robot.
The biggest question is how much of this is making it into YouTube.
None of it, unfortunately.
Oh god.
It's a reindeer. Reindeer.
So yeah, yeah.
Oh, you were-
Rhea definitely needs to hook up with Amora.
Lost where we were.
Oh shit. I think we all have.
Oh.
You know how
Oh,
jealous it would make everybody else? Well, Korric.
Luffy, Yell, Coconut, Elsa. Yeah, he's obnoxious.
Haven't I already, I have my own little army growing, just give it time.
Oh.
Korric's playing Plan B for how to take out the Dark Lord.
Frog hybrids coming out now.
You'll never
A
see us
bunch of
coming,
big
they'll be
little
so
frogs.
tiny.
Oh, believe me, they saw it coming.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god.
I worry about your guys' sanity.
I'm telling you, that stroke had more of an effect than I thought it did.
As this somber scene continues,
Somber, yes.
we
Yep.
we zoom out from the group. Bert taking the lead to the inn. Everyone is now silent as the somber party of Gondra plus Amora and Keith and Riku. It zooms out on them going towards the inn, all within their heads, trying to process this big reveal that Amora is not just some random do-gooder. She is a knight, yes, but she has had interactions in the past.
Think.
God fucking damn it. I'm going to bop you so goddamn hard.
Oh, baby.
Welcome to the Cafe Martinez.
It will continue to zoom out far above the clouds, zooming across the landscape. And it settles in on a castle. There is, through the castle, in the underground, there are 2 guards standing outside of a cell. A lizard man sitting on the ground, just staring at it. He has his knees brought up to his chest, his arms leisurely hanging over his knees. On the one wall, there are multitudes of scratches. And not just random claw marks to get out. No, it's almost like he's counting something. A false dawn breaks through the bar. The magic that is able to tell him when is day and when is night. Somewhat helpful. Only somewhat because, yes, he can get rid of the guards, but there's always more to replace. He can never get out. As the light fades, he gets up, goes to the wall, makes another scratch. He sits back down and waits. And he whispers under his breath, "When will the Black Angel take me?"
Chopper loves cotton candy, like so much.
And
Lovely
This-
end to that scene.
the scene fades to black.
Whispers to himself, "Oh, Chopper likes cotton candy."
Now,
I know your suppression doesn't work very well. I'm sorry.
now, I am happy but also sad to say it is the end of the session. However, don't leave yet.
It's been
Okay,
half
bye-bye.
an hour. It's
Peat.
time.
Goodbye.
You
True love, folks. True love.
Oh, I was about to come down there and make you hit that call button again. Oh. Pete, because this is your premiere video of Echoes of the Past, you get to go first. What is your favorite part of the episode?
Oh, definitely the part where he's reading and mentions the rabbit.
Tell me about the rabbits again.
Oh my god.
There's a special interest there specifically for Pete. I won't go into detail. Choco knows it all.
Oh, yes.
He likes rabbits.
It's your Playboy bunny.
Oh my god.
Close. Close.
Korric, you were not here last session, so what was your favorite part about last session and your favorite part this session?
Yeah, it was. What are you talking about?
You were here, but you had to leave before you could say your favorite part.
Oh,
Tisk tisk.
I don't know. It was nice finding out I was an errand boy. That was cool, I guess.
An errand boy in the Big Bad's castle.
Yeah. How did I get there?
I don't know. How did you get there?
I'm waiting for you to tell me.
Oh, you'll find out. I just have to roll your special number.
Whatever that is, because we don't remember.
Exactly.
Yep.
No.
Alrighty. Let's see.
No.
We're gonna go Sage this time. Sage, favorite part of the episode.
Aside from the fact that I can smell some stuff getting nearer that I'm very excited to be revealed,
Get another chance to snow
I
after that.
really liked that session appeared to be a rotating turn of who gets to freak out next.
So I think it's pretty much fun. I'm
I
hoping
appreciate that.
we can get a fan will have one by
Funny.
Let's see. Bert, your turn.
I would have to say, just the fact that I was able to, fill in so many people and so many different things of their backgrounds, and that I did try to show my repentance towards the actions that happened in combat when Mora got burned, and even more so for Rhea's mishap. And I don't know, that whole thing of reading the book, that came across really cool. I like the way that the campaign is flowered out into something that's still has a main quest, but I'll be damned if we're ever gonna get through it because we decided to do what
Have
we
to stop and
do.
pick every flower?
Yeah, pretty much.
We need that 100% completion, right?
Right, exactly. We're all a bunch of completionists, and it's like, oh my god. And yet, yeah, it still doesn't feel like there's enough time in a session. And this one got pushed back, and I know, we probably played for as long as we normally play, but this one for some reason just went by so quick.
Honestly, I think our session was kind of cut down in time. We end about the same time.
Yeah,
It was later than usual.
Yeah, this one's later. Usually it's not this
Yeah.
late.
I'm about to say, if given we started around 12:30ish or so, that's still like 3 hours 10 minutes or so that we've done.
Yeah, 3 hours 40 minutes, pretty much.
A lot of RP today. Shoo-wee.
Oh yeah.
And it was good though, and I really liked the interaction between me and Kyrish, because like he's getting lippy and I'm getting lippy, and it's like,
because when you're setting it in the window, that's important.
I like to see that it's not all kumbaya all the time within our party, because that's just not life.
Oh no,
You're
like,
gonna have disagreements, and you're gonna have little spits and spats where I'm gonna have them as a drunk dwarf, where I might say some shit out the side of my mouth that you're like, what? And just stare at me in absolute disbelief. But that's the cool thing about being able to play off of so many different personalities. It's, I don't know, the way it's coming across is going to be awesome. And I broke the DM. I think that was probably one of my favorite parts.
Oh, that was a good part.
Yeah, I broke the DM.
Oh my god, that was the most broken I've been in the 11 sessions we've played.
So it's not really pushing.
I really do want to see Amora and Rhea hook up. I don't care how it has to happen. It's just
Well, I went for 5
her
stars
race
and
needs
got
to be
33,000
continued.
ratings.
I don't think she's into dwarves. But that horse
Damn it,
meat's
MANNWULF.
something else.
What makes you think Rhea's into boys?
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
What
Rhea's
makes you
laying
think
pipe.
Rhea's not into boys?
Or the fact that Sage might be into boys from Bert's tirade.
Well, it just so happens Rhea's got a schlong.
Well, that's what I was
Oh.
saying. That's what I was saying. Like, if Rhea really does, wow, it could change up a whole lot of things. Because you can't say trans people don't have kids.
Stupid jokes aside, my god.
Sorry, I had to point it out as the token queer.
Well, speaking of Rhea, tell me your bit.
That's the whole thing at the church part with Rhea actually showing that she isn't the muscle lunkhead. She actually does have a really sympathetic side. Like, she's always been the heart of the group, I feel like. Well, the heart of the group as well. So to see her quite literally pouring her heart up with that works as well. But the whole thing with the book revealing the backstories and such is just. Also, the fact that we've had a full party.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even if Sage came in at like 2/3 in.
Sorry.
It's fine. You should have come in when I was telling you to come in.
I had to shower.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm joking. On top of that, Rhea having her realization more to being like, wait, shit, I'm a lesbian, girls.
Sorry, that broke me.
We broke Fred.
Don't die, Fred. There could only be one ghost on Fridays. We don't need two.
It was the sorry. Yes. Goddamn. Girls.
You're allowed your gay panic moments in the Friday game. I'm allowed my gay panic moments in this one.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. What's your favorite part?
Again, as always, the RP interactions. And I do apologize. It won't be happening as much anymore. I had to be devil's advocate for the group. Because, from Kirish's point, a lot of you had found your reasoning for why you would want to keep going like this. But for him, he didn't have that. Kyrish didn't have that.
Eventually, the same brothel gets pretty old.
I mean, that's fair.
Variety is the spice of life.
I feel like for Korric, it's just quoting that one NSP song. Can't die, I'm way too young and there's so many girls to born.
You can only go to the same brothel so many times before it's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
No, they just want commitment. And it's like, come on now.
Oh, they want him a sugar daddy.
Who's overheating a canine and then throwing it down a corridor? What sort of monster?
You got hell on my asthma tonight.
Soulless that smells of female in heat.
Oh god.
Nope. Can I go now? I'm gonna go.
First, my favorite part is, holy fuck, full party. I know we just talked about that, but my excited squeal when I saw the little sage pop in, it just tickled me so bad. I squeed so loud. I'm surprised that didn't come through TDAB's mic.
Thank you, sorry.
But the fact that we finally get to premiere Peat instead of just the unconscious companion, your sleeping friend, the magical comatose one. That is exciting. And I think my favorite bit was that Kyrish was willing to listen to Amora after all that shit went down. And the fact is just like that I had a future FN, future necromancer. However, you know that. And then it's like, hey, yeah, guess what? This is a guild book, and we're from the same guild, so aha.
Who is the FN?
Fuck nuggets.
That could be his new name, Fuck Nuggets. That's
Then
his
it
new
has
name.
to be me.
Oh my
I
god.
thought it'd be chicken tenders.
We're not. Oh my lord. But
No, I know what it is. It's Fed Nandalus.
Don't you use my name in vain.
Not Fred, Fed. Like Ned Flanders, but switched around.
Oh, okay. I was about to be very insulted.
That sounds dirty. What the hell? What?
and I think my other favorite part is that no one caught the fact that I didn't do my normal intro when we first started.
I wasn't there.
Oh, I completely missed it.
Everybody did.
Yes.
I wasn't there.
Well, other than
Yeah, they
Korric,
didn't.
other than Korric and Sage, as they were not there in the beginning, but Bert and Rhea did not catch that I did not do my intro.
Honestly, I thought it was because we were starting later than usual.
Oh no, no.
That wasn't the reason behind it.
Oh no. When the episode comes out on Wednesday, you all will have to listen to it.
Oh, lady.
I can't wait to hear the John Williams intro.
But,
Big butt.
and I cannot lie, those other Korrics can't deny.
Surely I should be the one singing that.
Oh my goodness. This has been amazing. Thank you everybody so much for watching and listening in. If you liked the video, do that down below. Comment on what your favorite part of the video was. Don't forget to scratch that subscribe button and peck the bell so you know when the next Mischief Adventures of Gondra come out. We all hope you're having a good one, and we will see you next week. Bye!
Hey, DM.